This video is covered by fair use. It is covered by fair use. Okay, let's see. All right, so, all right, here we go.
Oh, well, everybody know who I want next. I want Terrence Crawford next.
You're gonna make that happen?
Huh?
You're gonna make that happen?
Oh, definitely. That's the fight that I want. That's the fight everybody else want. Like I said, I'm gonna get these straps that I'm gonna go over there and take his shit too.
All right. Errol, congratulations. Terrific fight this evening.
Thank you, man. Now, strap season, I know what time it is, baby. Terrence, I'm coming for that motherfucking belt.
All right.
I'm not catching fades anymore. Gotta keep my hands clean when they come for the ball. Keep it smooth like a dawn, making moves in the dark. Cause I learned how to swim in the pool full of sharks. Now they coaches, cause they can't read all his motions. How the kid never switch codes, but he codes with focus. Staring down your team with a frozen, ice cold look that could end the summer solstice. Cause I'm more like the top dog. Keep on running game and the gang will accost y'all. I be calling plays from a plane while I'm off court. But we ain't the same, you a lame, I'm a mob star. Actually, I'm a top dog on a stat sheet. Off court, but I call plays for the athlete. Laughing when the cop cars try to catch me. Cause I rolled off in a taxi. Put my feet up, I'm relaxing. Singing Figaro with no accent. While I pour strings from the streets in. Do it all with a straight face, I'm the kingpin. Top dog, top flow, boss mode. I'm the kingpin. Showstopper, top dog, God vibes. I'm the kingpin. They know I'm a dog and a beast, man. Yeah, I keep the peace with a piece, man. I ain't got no time for a piece, man. Why would I respond to a pawn? I'm the... Hold up!
If I let my dogs off the leash, then you might want to get out of Dodge by the evening. Honestly, think it's not the blood and the beef. If they don't leave anything behind after eating.
I can see you soft, ever thought about retreating. If you never have, then they'll give you a reason. Better watch your tone, lose your bass when you speaking. Underneath the mask is the wrath of a... When you learn how to smile in their face, then go cutthroat. Then they wanna call you a con when the blood cold. I remember starving while y'all had a truckload. Now I'm with the mob with the call and the gusto. I'm a top dog on a stat sheet. Off court, but I call plays for the athlete. Laughing when the cop cars try to catch me. Cause I rolled off in a taxi. Put my feet up, I'm relaxing. Singing Figaro with no accent. While I pour strings from the streets in. Do it all with a straight face, I'm the kingpin. Top dog, top flow, boss mode. I'm the kingpin. Showstopper, top dog, God vibes. I'm the kingpin.
What is happening, y'all? This is crazy. Tank and Frank Martin had words. Maybe it's Frank Martin mild disposition. He do look like, you know what I'm saying, a mild mannered dude. You know what I'm saying? And Frank coming at him with that Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? Coming at him with that attitude like he just straight ignorant with it. We seen the type that just post up on you like they just gonna do you dirty. You know what I'm saying? And he looking at Frank Martin like, you know, he ain't like that. He even said that shit up in here. I was like, what is happening with Tank? I said, Tank is turning into beast mode up in here, really trying to intimidate Frank Martin, right? And I was just like, wow, man, Tank is on another level with the intimidation tactics, man. So let me give this disclaimer, you know what I'm saying? Cause I want the gods of YouTube, you know what I'm saying? I want them to shut me down. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna use up all the interview, but we're gonna use up some of it talking about it, about this new attitude that Tank got. Now, you can see who's acting out of character. You know what I'm saying? You know, Tank ain't usually this animated, but he has been putting in that work. You know what I'm saying? They saying he is looking exceptional. Like he's training extra hard because he knows what Frank Martin brings to the table because they have sparred before and they both know you know what I'm saying, kind of what he kind of know what kind of opponent Frank Martin is in the ring, right? So it's got to be some kind of truth to, you know what I'm saying, the spar. I don't know why they showing each other sparring because they both know what they did in there. So why is he trying to play Jedi mind tricks on Frank when Frank is convinced that he hurt Tank in the ring? Now, whether it's true or not, in Frank mind, that's what it is, right? And in Tank minds, that's what it is. So why are they showing each other different parts of the sparring where they had success? Don't make no sense to me. Don't make no sense to me, right? But he's trying to get that Tank trying to get that psychological edge because Frank ain't never been on the big stage. So you know, this is for fair use for the YouTube gods. You know what I'm saying? I'm just commenting over this podcast. So this is for educational purposes. We're going to be having a good time with this one. Okay. So let me take that down. You know what I'm saying? I got to do this, y'all. Y'all know you got to do this because YouTube will hit you with the copyright so fast. Okay. Where the hell is it? Let me see. What did I do with it? Let me see. Okay, it's on the outside. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna have to get that. Let me see. I'm gonna have to pull it up another way. I got to go back in and get it. This is gonna be a good one. It was pretty entertaining, I must say. From the beginning, it was up. From the beginning, it was up. Okay, there we go. Let me stop it. Okay, we're gonna share my screen. Man, I saw this shit. I was like, oh my god, I was tired as hell, y'all. I said, man, I got to go in with this here. Let me see. Oh, there we go. Hope y'all can see that. Okay, let me blow it up. Let me see. Did it just right. All right. So I don't know if everybody saw the interview, but this is going to be a good fight, man. You know, I like what Tank's doing. I ain't got nothing against what he's doing. But, you know what I'm saying? If he can intimidate Frank Martin, then let him be intimidated if that's what he can do. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna try it. I mean, he's really putting on a show here, and I like the way he's promoting this fight. I think people are gonna be interested. What's going on, Donald? Let me holler at my people. Donald, what's going on, bro? You know what I'm saying? Salute to you, my brother. Ascended. What's going on? And London Pound. What's going on? Pound 12. What's happening, bro? Um, what you said, saying he says Tank trying his best to scare Frank, but it ain't working. Frank is getting mad by the tactics, but he's so laid back. He's so laid back. Tank effort to diminish him with Derek James in his ear. Frank can win. Just gotta have IQ, and they know that they can't drop the bag, bro. I mean, he got to keep his head. Thinks too much. You know, he needs to be more fluid. That's his problem. He thinks too much. What's going on, Ben Israel in the building? Shalom, bro. Um, yeah, man. What's going on, VA Money Group, bro? Yep. And yeah, that's his problem, man. Frank thinks a little bit too much. What's good, Kelly? What's going on, Kelly Slime? What's going on, Slimy? And okay, that's everybody that's come in. What's good, bro? Um, yeah, so man, I was making videos and stuff like little shorts, and I came across the damn podcast. I was like, God damn, this shit is off the chain. I came across it late, so I did a few things with it, but I wanted to do more. I said, you know what, fuck it, I'll just do a live stream and we'll just go over it. And man, Tank was just showing his ass, bro. I mean, he was talking shit to his people, talking about Frank Martin was scared and everything, and it was just really, really good and interesting to see these two square off. Frank, people say Frank was scared. I'm like, I don't know where they get that from. He just seemed like he was, trying to state his case, and he was doing it within, saying how you would expect Frank Martin to act. He didn't come outside himself. A lot of people are looking at Frank like he weak or something. You know, I mean, Tank is the more talented boxer. What's going on, 2 Cent? Tank is the more talented motherfucker. Let's just get everything like 2 Cent say. Just keep it real. You know what I'm saying? He's the more versatile guy, and he's the money man. Yeah, Frank's just chilling, man. We're not used to seeing that kind of laid backness, you know what I'm saying, until we saw like Earl Spence Jr. and this kind of boxer come along, you know what I'm saying? They're not real animated. Crawford, you know what I'm saying, they're not very animated. Now Crawford has been animated in the past, you know what I'm saying, when he really disliked somebody who's talking shit. But Frank, he was just like, now he was kind of leaning over the table and shit. And I was like, what the hell? Why he got all he trying to show his little guns and shit? I was like, man, he says Frank really helping he says that Tank really helping yeah, he's really raising his profile. Because really nobody knows who Frank Martin is, you know what I'm saying? I mean, yes, he was in Earl Smith Jr. camp and everything. And you know what I'm saying, that was giving him some good coverage, but at the same time, you know what I'm saying, he really, you know what I'm saying, he don't have that kind of personality where you're going to remember him. He's just so laid back, too laid back, you know. 2 Cent caught you alive. I was driving up here to Missouri. I caught you live. Really great show you put on, girl. I mean, I was jealous. I was like, God damn, girl, you done got good as hell. Maybe you just didn't, you know, have time to come on enough. But you was really, I mean, I really enjoyed your show. She says, Asin says, why Tank keep trying to cite Frank out on his muscles? because because for one, you know, some muscles really don't help you like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they're good to look at for, you know, a bodybuilding show, but but you know what I'm saying, as far as flexibility, it's the flexibility, you know what I'm saying, your skills, you know, your speed, you know, those muscles kind of slow you down. I wish Frank would slim down a little bit after, and plus they fatigue you. You know, those muscles, those big ass round muscles and shit he got. That's how he got fatigued. Yeah, yeah, your blood and oxygen. You need those muscles needs oxygen. Um, and they, you know, all those poisons and stuff, you know, saying once you exert yourself over a bit of time, you know what I'm saying? Now you're starting to slow down and you can't slow down against Tank. You got to be always on your guard. And you need all your speed, you need to, you know, all your stamina because, you know, Tank is going to be testing you, you know what I'm saying, throughout the fight. And you need your mind. So, you know, with Frank Martin, his only problem is I don't think he could think as quick as Tank. And I don't think Tank has to do as much thinking because his fighting style is very natural. He's been doing it since he was a kid, and we're going to hear Tank say something about that too in this interview. Um, two top competitors, bro. Two top dudes, man. I mean, like this is what we've been wanting for a few years now. Frank Martin been kind of like, you know what I'm saying, on the you know what I'm saying, in the background, you know what I'm saying, coming up, improving his skills. But is his skills like going to be enough to you know, everything he's learned because he started late, is it going to be enough for him to be able to contend with Tank? Now, I think he can fight with Tank, but the thing is, Tank, you know, he's not trying to win rounds. He's trying to knock you out. So can he win enough rounds and make it through? Because I do believe Tank is going to knock his ass down or knock him out. But will he be up on the scorecards, right? Because Frank Martin could definitely win rounds against Tank, you know. But Tank, he, you know, if once he figures you out, it's just a matter of time. Man, that goddamn Inouye fight was good too, y'all. That y'all got to go see that against Neary. Oh my God, that shit was good. Um, so good notes. And let me see. Says Frank look like he don't think for real, for real. He just go like he's a natural. He says Frank look like he don't think for real, for real. He just goes like he's a natural, especially starting late. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That is true. You know, but I think he works hard as hell. I think he worked extremely hard in the ring. He knows that he's behind. You know, it's the same with Earl Smith Jr. He started late too. A lot of these Deontay Wilder, they started late. You know, they just had this extremely great, extraordinary work ethic, you know what I'm saying, to get them to where they are. Where you got people like Keith Thurman, you know, who started when they were kids. And, you know what I'm saying, you got Boots, you can see the difference. You know what I'm saying? Their fluidity is on a whole nother level. It's just more natural. You know what I'm saying? Because they've been doing it for so much longer, and that's what Tank was kind of like alluding to in this interview. Like, bro, it's like, man, you started late, bro. He calling him a grown man and all this shit here. I thought it was weird. He was just trying to get up under Frank's skin. And I think he was kind of chopping it down a little bit, but Frank is a cool customer. That's just not in his nature to overreact. He says, London Pound 12 says, only thing Tank has on, only thing Frank has on Tank, you is, oh, youth, vitality, and more to study. Only thing Frank has on Tank is youth, vitality, and more to study. On Frank, huh? Only thing Frank has on Tank is youth, huh? And more to study. How is that how is that having more on Tank? The has on Tank? Because I think Tank is entering his prime, y'all. He's very confident right now. I mean, he's at the height of his physical strength, the height of his knowledge, the height of his confidence. What's going on Philly Bull 91? Oh, is okay. I see what you're saying. You is vitality. Okay. Um, he's at the height, man. He's entering his prime. So this is when he should be fighting guys like Frank Martin. This is when he should be fighting guys like Shakur Stevenson. I mean, this is when he should be, fighting guys like Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia. Yeah, I do want to see that rematch. I want to see him knock Ryan ass out again. You know what I'm saying? Because Ryan gonna bring all that craziness to a second fight, and I want to see if he's as vicious as he was against Devin. You know what I'm saying? Against Tank. You know what I'm saying? See if he could bring some of that. You know what I'm saying? So with no further ado, let's get into what's going on. Greeks with fire in the building, bro. He says, "Poor Frank ain't no pushover. Frank coming with it. I know, and I'm wondering if that's what's going to run him into one of them goddamn Frank up. I'm one of them Tank uppercuts. You know what I'm saying? Being overly aggressive by trying not to look like he's scared. Trying to overcompensate. He's going to have to play this here smart. He's going to have to. It's going to have to be um, a bout of wits, not about of physical ability and stuff. Because Frank definitely got the physical ability to beat Frank. I mean, beat Tank. But do we have the knowledge? Do we have the skill? Do we have the experience? And that's what we're going to see. I mean, I know he gets in the gym. I know he puts it down in the gym. But have has Derek James really come up with a strategy, or is he going out there with some of the same shit that we've been seeing? Frank does. He's getting better, but he's a natural counterpuncher. And Tank is a counterpuncher also. So it's going to be a night of the counterpunchers. So is Frank? I mean, if Frank want to really do some damage, he's going to have to go forward. You know what I'm saying? He's going to have bag some rounds. And you know what I'm saying? And Tank at some point in time is going to be walking him down, putting that right hand in his gut. You know what I'm saying? And banging that gut. And you know what I'm saying? If Frank can't take that, he's going to go down. I don't know if it's going to be early. I don't know if it's going to be later. That's why we want to see this fight. How are the styles going to clash? What game plan is Frank really going to use? You know, is he going to be? Is the speed? Is his foot speed going to be comparable to Gervonta Tank Davis? Because the boy is quick. You know what I'm saying? The boy is a bad motherfucker, man. He is Frank. I mean, Tank is bad. Like Gilly say, man. Everybody who get in that ring with him, he end up figuring out a way to win. He said, I think a dog. He said, I think a dog fight's gonna break out. Man, if a dog fight breaks out, man, I'm gonna be on my goddamn toes, bro. I'm gonna be like, God damn. I'm gonna be like, holy shit. Oh my goodness, bro. That is gonna be the energy that this fight is gonna bring, man. It's gonna be off the charts. Um, Two Simple, I said that was such a great interview. Had the trainers and everything is was so genuine, and hell of a respect to Tank to bring AB along and promote him. Tank seems to have really matured, and then he'll go around, then he'll come and do some sucker ass shit. Just when you be like giving him his props, he be moving like, what I'm saying, in this very mature way, and then he'll, what I'm saying, he'll put up a tweet and then erase it, say some bullshit and then haul ass. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing I hate about Tank and him and Shakur. You know what I'm saying? Just the little bullshit they be saying on Twitter, and it just be petty and shit. It says the last thing Frank wants is a dogfight. And I don't know. I don't know 2 cents. I don't know. I know Tank is this bad motherfucker. I know he's Superman. I know he could knock you out, but it might be Martin only damn chance to win. And when we said, what I'm saying, it's like I said that Ryan had to jump on Devin. You know what I'm saying? If he was gonna win this shit, he had to jump on him and shit before Devin start getting his time in and start getting into his boxing. And that's what Ryan did. Shit. The best thing Frank may have to do when you scared of something or you think you're not as confident in something, you go right at it. You know what I'm saying? You go right at it, God damn it. And you go, till you can get those butterflies off so you can start thinking the fight. And I think once if Tank allows Frank to think the fight, because I think it's going to be super fast. Everything is going to be super fast for Frank. And because it's going to be nervous, it's going to be big stage energy, and that wears you out in itself. I think Tank is going to be calm. I think he's going to be, the experience. You know what I'm saying? It's going to make him fight on an even keel, and that's going to save Tank's energy because he's got that big fight. It's real, y'all. The big fight energy is real. It wears you out going out there worried about everything. And Frank is an overthinker. He's an overthinker. Do he has the skill? Does he has experience? But I don't think he has that big fight experience. And I think this is going to be his first time. And I think he's going to be affected by that. I think it's going to drain him some. He said that press conference and interviews got me hyped, man. What you talk about, Philly Bull 91? What you talking about, bro? I am hyped as hell about this shit. This is going to be the best fight of the year. This is going to be, man, this is going to be the shit that we've been talking about, that we've been wanting to see. And man, we've been calling this fight for years and years as a fantasy fight. And now our fantasy fight is right here, right in front of our eyes, man. And it's like, man, Gilly be getting all the goddamn good interviews, man. I mean, I don't know how they do it, man, but people love these guys. And what you talking about, a funny duo? Oh my God, man. Shout out to the $1 million podcast, man. They are something else, man. They're very talented, man. His cousin, man, be having me rolling. He says ascended. He says Frank will win Frank will dog fight Tank. Don't want that. Don't want that Frank. Don't want that Frank can't overmove and have wasted punch placement. Says Frank win dog fight Tank. Don't want that Tank. Don't want that Tank can't move over and have wasted punch placement. Frank will. Okay, you think he won a dog fight with Tank? Don't want that. Don't. Oh, you saying you don't want that? Frank win a dog fight. Tank don't want that. Frank can move. Okay, I see you say he don't want the dog fight. He says Frank can't move over and have can't can't overmove and have wasted punch. I see what you're saying. So he can't be like bouncing all over the place like he usually do. Be all running all over the ring and shit. I know what you're saying. Um, yeah, I mean, what I'm saying, he's gonna have to make a decision and find his range. You know what I'm saying? Because Tank, he's a counterpuncher. You know what I'm saying? So he's not just gonna just come right at you. You know what I'm saying? Unless he just think he got you like that. He's just looking for some clean shots to hurt you, to slow you down, and what I'm saying, that's how Tank do it. He take his time. He think he's the Black Canelo and shit. You know. Um, Cop Killer says, salute pool. He says, Mod gang. He says, and boxing fans that joined this live stream. That's what's up. What's going on, Cop Killer? I've been seeing you on other streams and stuff. What's going on, Cop Killer in the building? He said, what's going on, Marvin Air Podcast in the building? What's going on, bro? Retro Game in the building. Boy, my 300 showing up today. He says, I'm going for Frank this fight. God damn it. Frank got some fans out in this mug. He says, he's a Philly Bull 91 says, I think Tank is going to force Frank to fight at a certain point in the fight. He's going to have to do it because they're not just going to give Frank, say coming in there on some bullshit boxing. So he's going to have to hurt Tank. And I think he can because I think Frank has the power to do so, but he's going to have to come in with the confidence, man. He can't come in there with the wide eye, the deer in the headlights bullshit. He's going to have to come in there like he's been there before. What's going on, JK Mac? What's happening, my brother? He says, what's up, fool? He says, everything going to be in slow motion. That's what I'm saying. Like he said, with Ryan fight. Yeah, what I'm saying? That's that big fight experience in slow motion. Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? Because, he's been there before. So he says Tank might stop him with a body shot. Very possible. Very possible. You know what I'm saying? It's just that Frank gonna have to keep his distance. He's gonna have to fight in spots. You know what I'm saying? He can't fall for them tank traps. And that's gonna be hard to do. You know what I'm saying? He says, I feel like Frank last fight helped him a lot. He would be ready. Oh my goodness. All things in the building. Smash the like button for your boy. He says, salute pool counter in chat. Smash the like button. Smash that like button for your boy. You know what I'm saying? How we do? And he says if Frank can't hurt Tank, Tank is going to demolish him, and the fight will end early. And I can see that. I can see that, cop killer. I can see that. I could definitely see that. He said Frank got nice feet, but he can move. He can move too much. Yeah, yeah, and that's what my man was saying earlier. You know, what I'm saying, he just move a little bit too much, like he don't understand. He's got to conserve that strength, and he gets tired in fights. And I'm wondering if it's just too much. He's too massive, all you know, what I'm saying, up top and on his arms, and he just got too much muscle. And I don't understand why he's putting so much damn muscle on. He says, yeah, Frank. He says, Frank, my dog, like EJ Tank to strawberry real to strawberry. Is that's what that is? Strawberry real to recognize real win or lose. I go in with Frank. And you know what I'm saying? Frank got some, I mean, shit. You know what I'm saying? Um, at first I was like, Frank got a really good chance, you know what I'm saying? But then I seen him kind of indecisive. You know what I'm saying? He's kind of indecisive when he transferring to his inside game. You know, so he's not really, he's not really, he don't have his inside game like all the way polished, right? And I say, shit, he too indecisive, man. I said, man, and he don't recognize when he's really got his opponent hurt. And I don't know if it was just that or it's just that he didn't have the stamina to finish that last guy, that Atrium guy. And even though that guy was an Olympian, he was good, he had experience. Frank had him up out of there, man. I mean, he had him every time he rushed forward and put a few combinations together. I was like, man, he was up out of there, and Frank just fell back and let this man counterpunch him. And if that man can counterpunch him, Frank can counterpunch him. That man wasn't half as fast as Tank, and I was like, man, he's gonna have to tighten up on the defense. He's gonna have to tighten up on the defense because Tank is gonna find them holes. He's gonna find a way to punch the shit out you. And if once Tank hits you, he hurts you. Whatever he hit, he destroys. And that's gonna be something. He's gonna have to be tough. He's gonna be able to take what Tank dish out. And right now, Tank is feeling pretty confident. You know what I'm saying? That he can destroy Frank. He just look at him like he's another victim. So he says Frank got bricks in his hands. He said Tank better watch out. Hey, do not be surprised. Do not be surprised if Frank Martin knocked down Tank Davis in this fight. Do not be surprised because this. Let me tell y'all something. Frank Martin is Tank's best opponent. He is absolutely, and I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what nobody say. Gervonta Tank Davis, Frank Martin is his best opponent he's ever fought. I mean, nobody he's fought is this athletic. Somebody will have this kind of power. This is a big risk for Tank. Now he can withstand a loss. Tank can withstand a loss because he is the cash cow. And let me tell you something. They're gonna run this shit back. If Frank win this, you know what I'm saying? It's like Tank Frank. I'm like getting the damn names fucked up. He said, if if Gervonta Tank Davis knocks out Frank, you know what I'm saying? It's all good. They ain't gonna rematch. But if Frank somehow go out there and win this and hurt Tank, this got to be a rematch. It's going to be a rematch because they're not going to let that shit fly. It's not they're not just going to move on to the next opponent. He's going to want that rematch immediately. You know what I'm saying? And I'm hoping. And let me tell you something. I hope that Frank wins this one so we can see a rematch. I want to see a rematch. You know what I'm saying? I really want to see a rematch because I think this shit is going to be off the chart, bro. This is going to be something that I think this is going to be a classic. I think it's going to be a classic that no boxing fan who loves boxing should miss. You know what I'm saying? Where were you when Frank Martin, Gervonta Tank Davis, and Frank Martin went at it, bro? And it's going to be one of them damn fights. You know what I'm saying? That you could tell your kids, man, I was right there, man. I saw this shit, man. This shit was off the chain. You know what I'm saying? Two Cents says, I think Frank is going to come at Frank because he's not expecting it. Frank, I mean, what it is though, two cents, he's better expect everything because you don't know what the hell Tank is gonna do. Whether he come at you, whether he try to set traps, you got to watch them bombs that boy got. That boy got some serious power. I don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? He's like a damn super dwarf. You know what I'm saying? I do not get it. I mean, where's all that power coming from, bro? You know what I'm saying? This interview was so damn funny. Oh, Fruity. Okay, I see. You said okay, Fruity. Man, I'm old now. Don't I'm showing my age. Don't expose my age now. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I ain't hip like that. Goddamn it, goddamn Fruity. Goddamn, you got to say it. Goddamn Fruity. God damn it. He said if Frank don't gas, he said if Frank don't gas and stay alert, he got a shot. But he's gonna have to fight smart, bro. He can't let the moment get to him. It's a great opportunity for him to really throw his name, you know what I'm saying, and elevate himself. So he can't miss this moment. This is his moment to shine. He says, Two Cents says people never acknowledge how fast Tank is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, Tank is super fast. He's so sudden, you know what I'm saying? It's the way he uses his speed. You know what I'm saying? He's not just, a speedster all over the place. He's very tactical the way he uses footwork. And it's always for a reason. You know what I'm saying? That's why he's so deadly because he is so smart and technically sound at times. Then he's got the athletic ability to get whatever he needs done in the ring. You know what I'm saying? That's why he's so dangerous and hard to beat. He be so comfortable when he's behind. And I'm saying it's crazy how comfortable that Tank be. Retro says he says Frank needs to understand save energy. Yep, for the championship round, Frank needs to stay composed at all time, like water stays in the zone, my friend. Exactly, because I think, like I said, y'all, the big fight moment, having thousands and thousands of people watching you. So he's used to having people watching, but this is a huge stage, and I think it's going to affect Frank. And hopefully, EJ will bring his ass up out the shadows and support this man. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure he's in his ear. Pretty sure he's talking to him. But we want to see EJ in his corner. I want to see him bringing out towels and shit. You know what I'm saying? Man, I want to see him being a promoter. I want to see. You know what I'm saying? Because EJ, even though he lost, he's still the man. You know what I'm saying? He's still that dude and this is his fighter. So this is gonna tell us what kind of promoter EJ is gonna be in the future, right? Because he got other fighters, right? So if you can't support this man at this moment, we need to see you. We need to see you in the locker room. Okay, you don't have to be out on Front Street, but we need to see you. Sin says he says I think Frank's gonna go all the way and he won't be second guessing Frank smart enough to adjust in the ring. And he's got Derek James, and I'm worried about Frank body. He needs to beat Tank at a distance combos. And he could do it. He could do it. Tank don't have the longest arm, but it's just hard to hold on, y'all. It's like somebody at my door. No, that was just my imagination. Just my imagination. Okay. So Greek says Tank better not let Frank hit him because like Cruz did. He said if so, Tank going to, I guess, knock him out KO. He says London Pound 12 says it's heads and shoulder close, and Tank 130 is a 130-pound dude. Wow, people keep saying that. People keep saying that he's a 130-pounder. He says I'm pulling for Frank also. He says I like Tank, but a lot of people sleep on Frank, because he haven't had the high profile as a Gervonta Take Davis. I mean, Gervonta Take Davis is a star, bro. He says if Tank loses, he's crying in the car. Um, because it says Cop Killer says Frank needs to try to outbox Tank. Say he can't let Tank bait him into a brawl because that would favor Tank. Oh yeah. You know what I'm saying? 2 Cents says, Tank hands are huge. Yes, sir. That boy is a puncher, a certified killer. Retro Game says, Tank has Tank a problem, but he's fighting someone his size. Let's see how it goes. Yes, sir. Usually, when these fighters get in there with somebody shorter than them or somebody, saying their own size, it's a little bit of adjustment. And Richard Grant says, yeah, EJ needs to support Frank. Please, fam. He says the brother needs your support, EJ. Still that dude. Yes, sir. So let's get into the interview. So I was hoping some people come up, what I'm saying? So, we could discuss this thing, what I'm saying? I'm dropping that in case 2 cents want to come up in. Whoever want to come up. And we're gonna go over this interview, man. Okay, once again, let me do my little thing because they YouTube be goddamn tripping. You know what I'm saying? I be paranoid about doing these reaction shits. You know what I'm saying? But be some good stuff out there. You know what I'm saying? This is for fair use. You know what I'm saying? To the YouTube gods. Okay, here we go. Let me see. So let's get into it. All right, there we go. Okay, all right, we ready. Okay.
Where in your mind did you say, I'm going to tank up? Where did you get that information from?
Yeah, don't even get up. Then he give.
Oh, no. This is all I'm going to say before you go in. The only reason I'm asking you for that, where in this journey
Yeah.
of his record, of his performance, of this, you said he's a bitch ass, and I got him, I can take him. Where did you see this at?
Ain't that I'm a fighter. You know what I mean? I'm a fighter at the end of the day. You feel me? And I work to get to where I'm at. You know what I mean? So he in a spot that I want. So it's just like what I'm gonna be like, nah, I want to fight him here. Yeah, I want to fight him. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I can get in that motherfucker and do me. You know what I
gonna
mean?
finish
Like
him?
he fuck around.
Now this is some great instigation. So what I like about the Gilly podcast is that they do some great instigating. You know what I'm saying? It's like this man ain't say nothing about no damn tank. Is some bitch ass or anything like that. But I like how they do the instigating, like what I'm saying, like them old time dudes, like when you was young, and say you about to get into a fight, and they pushed up the fight because they wanted to see the fight. And what I'm saying, they always was saying some shit that the other guy didn't even say. Oh man, he said you a punk, man. He said you scared. You know what I'm saying? This is that old school shit that Gilly podcast does, what I'm saying, where they instigating and saying some ill crap. You know what I'm saying? So the other guy can kind of get in this feeling and respond. Um Greek says this fight gives me Tyson Holyfield. Tank is Tyson and Frank is Holyfield. Yes, sir. You called it. You called it. He says Tank might bite Frank ear off. Wouldn't that be something? Because Tank is acting a little erratic, just a little bit, but I think it's all an act. Maybe he's taking a page out of Ryan Garcia book by being overly animated. And Barrios had more skills, power than Frank. He says, huh? Barrios had more skills and power than Frank. He said, I don't think Frank gonna be a problem for Tank. Okay, Barrios. Oh, I see what you're saying. So you're saying Barrios had more skills and stuff that oh, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that, Adrian. I don't think so, man. Hit the like button, everybody, as you come in. So Dark Kent, what's up, my brother? What's going on? Yes, sir. He says he said I'm on home fam. He said I pulled up once. I get there, traffic is crazy today. I hear you, my brother. Be safe out there though. 2 cents said they annoy me. And so let's get back into it. Let's see.
Up and he gonna find out
What round?
whatever round he act up in.
Let me ask you this question, Frank. I seen a video you was talking about sparring. You said you touched him up.
See, look, it wasn't even
guarantee
the
his-
sparring.
look,
The sparring. Look, this
He
the
didn't
thing.
touch me up. Not a
Did you
lick.
touch me up?
First of
What
all,
was the sparring like?
first
What was
of
the
all,
sparring like?
first
That's
of
what I'm saying.
all,
What was the sparring like?
you was scared to get in the ring. Let's
Bro.
let's
Oh my goodness. Shots fired. Shots fired. Already at the beginning of the guy. That's how you know this shit gonna be good. Shots fired at the beginning of the podcast. You scared. They said he was scared to get in the ring. Do y'all believe that shit? Was Frank Martin afraid to get into the ring? I mean, how much truth is it to that? I mean, oh, he just kind of saying just kind of mischaracterizing what happened. I mean, was he really scared to get in the ring? I mean, come on now. It's like that don't sound like Frank Martin, but we don't know. Retro Games say Frank want the smoke. He said Frank want the smoke. Oh, let me see. Let me put the highlight on. He said Frank want the smoke. Thank you, everyone who fights Tank will be scared of him. He says, "Give me that check. Give me that check. I'll jump in, walk. I'll jump in and walk him down. I'm not here for the play. He said, if you don't kill me, it's over. Yes, sir. He says, 2 cents says that he's probably was nervous. I believe it. Yeah, I mean, but scared. Most fighters are nervous. Aren't you nervous before you get into a fight? Anybody ever been in a fight? Let me tell you something. Before you get into a fight, bro, you be nervous as hell, especially if you're fighting somebody who got hands. You know what I'm saying? If you're fighting somebody with hands, bro, your heartbeat be pumping like you. For one, you be mad, so your adrenaline going, and then especially I can imagine that day that Tank was probably talking shit to him in the ring what he was gonna do to him once he get out there. So, you just a nobody. You know what I'm saying? You ain't Tank. You ain't EJ. When they invite you to the damn ring, your heartbeat is gonna be going to thing. It ain't that you're scared. It's just that the moment, man, the moment and your adrenaline. You know what I'm saying? Like before you get into a fight, man, check your pulse. Check your pulse, bro, until you start throwing them first 2, 3 licks. You know what I'm saying? You got to get into a groove, and then your shit start coming back to you. I said, and Matic son, what's happening, my brother? He said, I think Tank has more problems with Frank than Shakur. Oh my goodness. People is Frank Martin starting to get a good little crowd going, you know what I'm saying, fan base, you know what I'm saying? What's going on? A lot of people believing in Frank Martin. Poole, he says, Poole is hyping up this fight better than the promoters. You know how I get when it's a good fight, you know what I'm saying? That shit kind of get me out that dead zone. You know what I'm saying? I am hyped for this shit here. But let's get into it. Let's see, because Tank done started getting annoyed here. You know what I'm saying? And I'll start coming at Frank Martin.
Where your man's at? Where your man's at?
Was he scared to get in the ring?
Where your man?
Was
Bro.
he scared to get in the ring?
Bro.
Don't put on no front in front of these. No,
Bro, that's your
Basically Tank is like you better say, you better tell him what I'm telling you, nigga, or you gonna get fired, nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's like, nigga, you better what I said. You know what I'm saying?
put on the front in front of these. Was he scared to get in the ring?
bro.
Exactly.
What made me scared to get in the ring?
And he's from the suburbs.
Bro,
he
what
ain't
made me
that.
scared to get
You
in the
ain't
ring?
that, brother.
Oh my God, he done hit him with the suburbs. Oh my God, he done labeled the man with the suburbs, bro. You ain't that. And he got his back to him. Disrespectful. Got his back to Frank Martin like you ain't shit, bro. You ain't that. You from the suburbs, bro. I ain't got to respect you. Look how he got his back to Frank Martin. Ain't this some bullshit? Like, come on now, you can't son this man like that. Dark Ken says, I don't know what other see and saying Frank looks and seems scared. He said he seemed poised to me to me not buying into the antics. Yeah, yeah. And he's a mature dude. And look what camp he's in. You know what I'm saying? He's got Derek James as a mentor. Derek James is always laid back. And you're always gonna follow suit to those who that you look up to. And you know what I'm saying? He Derek James kind of got that same kind of to me. EJ. Look at EJ. EJ is always laid back. So sometimes he try to get hype. You know what I'm saying? When he get drunk though. When he get drunk, that's I like to see EJ drunk and shit and talking shit. That motherfucker funny as hell. That motherfucker be talking mad shit when he get drunk. He says, retro says, yep. He said, you get nervous for a fight. It's natural. He says, once I get punched, oh yeah, that's what I look for. That's what I'm looking for 4 times to eat. That's what I'm looking for times to eat. Okay. And 2 cents say, he says Frank don't got the experience. He said Frank don't got the experience. He's not gonna know what to do with Tank. We're gonna see. That's a great point, and that's a great possibility. 2 cents. But you know what I'm saying. Frank is a hard worker, and he's got that work ethic. You know what I'm saying. We got to see. That's why we want to see this fight. He said, seems like Tank trying to put fear. Uh huh. But look how he got his back turned. This shit is disrespectful, bro. He's trying to use all the hood tactics. I know them hood tactics, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Nigga be pointing at you, you know what I'm saying, not even looking at you and shit. He said putting the backwards thumb, like nigga, you ain't like that, nigga. You from the suburbs. You soft as shit. Basically is what he's saying. Retro says, my favorite thing to say to my opponents when punching them, don't run. He said, my boys used to die watching me fighting in the streets. No, don't run. Don't run. It's just gonna be worse. He says Tank applying all the pressure. Look at him. You know what I'm saying? But he got to turn his back. That's erase what you say type energy right here, because he got his back to him like that. You know what I'm saying? Don't be disrespectful like that, bro. Look this man in his eye when you insult him. He said a herb from the suburb. Oh my goodness. Greece says Frank gonna fuck around and step on Tank. Man, let me tell you, he's gonna shock the goddamn world. I mean, I'm trying to tell you, it's gonna be a lot of hurt motherfuckers. But I'm just telling you, it's just another fight for me. Two great fighters. Yes, I said great. Um, you know what I'm saying? I'm proud of Tank for taking this fight because it's a risk. Now, if Tank go out there and for Luma Luma, you know what I'm saying? He go out there for Luma Luma, and that's what he's expected to do. You know what I'm saying? That's what he's supposed to do. So I don't want to hear people be like, "Oh, y'all love Frank or whatever." You know, your boy got knocked. These are two fighters. Anytime you have two great competition, you know, two fighters who are great, you know what I'm saying? You want to have that threat that the one who's favorite can lose, or it's not a great fight, right? So it's like we got to get out of this shit. You know, fighters win, fighters lose. You know what I'm saying? Frank's thankful for the check. You don't know? Shit. I be thankful. Shit. You know, he's the little black Canelo shit down at 135. Hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? You see Ryan trying to get that damn check again, you know? You know what I'm saying? He's trying to get that shit again. You don't think Ryan thinking about how can he get down to 140? Shit. Retro says Tank would hate me. I'm from the village. Okay, so you from that area. You know what I'm saying? We all watched the wire and shit. Goddamn what was that boy name? I forgot the one that was against Barkfield game. What was his name? I can't remember that guy. It's been so long since I watched the wire. Barkfield what was his name? I can't remember that boy name that Barkfield was fighting. Be that God says somebody has to lose. That's right. Somebody got to lose. You know, so somebody got to go. Um, what's going on, D1 in the building? What's up, bro? Glad you can make it, bro. Glad you can make it. Davis Martin, I see your avatar. You know what I'm saying? Good looking out. He says, what's it? Omar, yeah. No, not Omar. It was the one who was Omar was after. Stanfield, was it Stanfield or something like that? Yeah, the little black little serial killer dude. Boxfield, it knows the other guy that was against them. You know, said he says if Frank made 12 rounds without getting stopped or running, it's a win. Just like Pitbull didn't get stopped by Tank. Pitbull had that exceptional stature, and it was hard for Tank to get his timing. Then he hurt his hand on the man's head, but he still really wasn't teeing off like he wanted to. But I think he was about to get in Pitbull ass though before he hurt his hand because he started dropping some serious power, and he had Pitbull. You could see Pitbull was like, "Oh hell," you know. He stopped coming in with that bullshit when Tank stopped playing with him. You know what I'm saying? So Tank got that he got that make you think twice type power. You know, you ain't gonna just come in there, you know what I'm saying, throwing shit on Tank. Once he punch you in the chest, that's that grown man strength and shit. That's like a damn bear hitting your ass. You know what I'm saying? And I've seen it. I've seen him when he hit Hector Garcia, and he was playing with Hector Garcia. And when he finally turned up and hit him with some strong ass shit, man, that nigga was like, nah, this nigga been holding back. He said, nah. He said it's some suburbs ninja who would spark tank. He says some suburb ninjas who would spark tank strong for no reason, and some of them are Hispanic too. Okay. He says Doc Kent says be that God. I agree. Frank last 12 rounds. It's a win for him. Yeah, you know, saying you got to have those fights where you got to think your way through, and that only helps you grow because it helps your critical thinking in the ring, and it gives you confidence. And you know, the last guy Frank fought was a Olympian, you know, but he had some adversity in that fight. He says, I'm what you talking about, the black African guy who was on drugs. Yeah, he says I'm what you talking about, that black African guy who was on drugs, and Max says Martin fights in a hands up style like Cruz, but it's quicker, faster hands, bigger punch. He says Tank will have a lot of trouble with Martin. He said I think Martin will pull it out. Oh my goodness! But Frank fan base is increasing exponentially before my eyes. I got that from Marty exponentially. He says he said I predict the ref is uh, capping for Tank at some point in the fight. If he hurt Tank, the ref will step in. Yeah, could be. We've seen shit like that. We've seen shit happening like that. He said, "Yeah, I'm from the village of Haiti." He says, "I moved to America." Okay, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, them Haitians be tough, man. Them Haitians be tough, bro. He said, if Frank is getting rocked, the ref will cut that shit off. We'll cut that shit off. Fight over. Mm, 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 mm. Well, let's get back into it, y'all. Let's see what else they talking about. We'll let it run a little bit.
You ain't that.
And
You
then
not
why
that.
and why didn't you
You
show
not
me
that.
that footage, brother?
You not that.
What footage?
Huh? The one he pulled out when we was up there.
He showed you something.
Some bullshit. He ain't show me that first round.
You grabbing like a mother.
Okay, show the first round.
Oh, you was in there
What you
wrestling?
do?
Show the first.
What
he,
you do?
He was in their headlock.
Oh, that go.
He was in that motherfucking headlock.
And look, he about to leave
gonna put
again.
him in the
Come on,
headlock.
man. You the coach.
You was putting me in the headlock.
Come on, baby.
Here, you think he's talking to Derrick James. You know what I'm saying? Derrick James must be with there that day. So I think he's talking to Derrick James here.
Yeah, you are. You in it.
Yo.
Nah, man. Nah, man.
But hold up.
He was headlocking this. This
you
was
coming at
mad. That
you
was
coming
mad.
at the
No,
Headlock.
brother?
I'm not coming at him.
Oh,
I'm just saying the coach got to be with him.
Oh, all right. You said the
No, I
coach
ain't
abort
coach,
mission.
But what you
Keep
saying is,
moving.
what you saying? Some wrestling jumped off and turned to WWF match.
Yeah.
What happened? Did you grab him?
This kept putting me in headlocks. He kept trying to put me in headlocks. Bro, show the footage,
One
bro.
of the cameramen was here too. I mean,
Show the footage.
I'm not showing nothing.
So why y'all think Tank won't show the footage? Do you think it's more what Frank was saying, or do you think, you know what I'm saying, it's what Tank's saying? You know what I'm saying? What do y'all think? Or do you think they just kind of skewed, their perception because Tank just think he did better in his mind, and Frank, saying thinking he did better in his mind. I mean, what do y'all think? You know what I'm saying? Do you think who version do you really believe? You know what I'm saying? I mean, because I mean nobody says like, one completely dominated and nothing. They're just talking about sections, first rounds. That's what I'm hearing. I'm not hearing about a whole entire fight. I want to hear who won. I mean, how many rounds did they go? There's not a lot of details in this. And why is Tank showing this man the sparring up at the on the stage when they both already was in there? So why is he showing this man that shit? You know what I'm saying? It's like they both know what happened. So I just thought that was super weird. You know what I'm saying? For them to be watching sparring, both of their sparring, what I'm saying? I guess Tank saved the spots where he, got in his shit and not the spots where Frank got in his. And Max says, if Martin doesn't get stage fright under the and fight lights and fights, a disciplined fight defensively, he'll win. That's interesting. That's an interesting. You know what I'm saying? But I know Frank is disciplined, but will he get stuck? Will he be able to, be fluid and make adjustments, if Tank do something different? That's going to be interesting. He said, isn't Tank just so isn't what? Tell me, isn't Tank just oh no. We can't have that dog. We can't do that. This ain't the rainbow channel. He says Frank not lying. He says Frank not lying. He says Frank usually thinks Frank telling the truth. Oh my God. Everybody said Frank telling reach with fire. He telling the truth. He telling the truth. Oh my God. People and Frank people believe in Frank Martin. And I don't know if it's just Frank Martin and Derek James, the dynamic duo now. Um, People really believe in Frank Martin. They believe he has a shot against Gervonta Tank Davis. This is incredible. He says y'all didn't catch Tank said on this show. He said he's tired of the boxing game. He said just suppose that against Martin being hungry and fresher due to starting boxing at 18. He says Martin could win due to this. Okay, because what it is a fact that these guys, fighting from ever since they was a kid, they do get burnt out. Every fighter has an expiration date. That's real. Every fighter has an expiration date, and you never know when that is. You know what I'm saying? When they will turn old overnight, or it's just mentally just get drained. You know what I'm saying? Where they just can't raise themselves up to the level of their competition or beyond. So this can happen, bro. We have seen this in the ring, right? With fighters, we thought we saw it with David Reed. You know what I'm saying? The Olympian. You know what I'm saying? People just fell out of love with boxing. We're looking at Jamel Charlo, who should have a couple of more fights. You know what I'm saying? Jamel and Jamal Charlo look like they're falling out of love with the sport of boxing, right? So this shit can happen, bro. At the height of their careers and stuff, and some of their biggest fights. You know what I'm saying? This can happen. You're right, Mac. Adrian Rogers says, I think both are trying to sell a fight. He said two camps are cool with each other. I guess you're saying, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because really, you could tell when motherfuckers really don't like each other because if you see how they be touching each other and stuff, and neither one of them be kind of like, saying have that hateful, jerk or whatever. It's kind of like you say, you can kind of feel the respect between the camps. Saying he loves Gervonta Tank Davis really like Derrick James. He respects Derrick James. I could tell by the way he talked to him. I could tell the way he really respects Derrick James. You know what I'm saying? And he's just trying to sell this fight. Ascendant says, what do we know? He said, what we do know is that Tank ain't 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 get off and can't get off. And the one punch that he did get off was Frank and Tank defending himself. Frank keeps saying, show the whole sparring or just one round, just round one, and Tank won't laugh out loud. So he must be did pretty good that first round. He must be looked pretty damn good that first round. And Frank said, you'll see here soon what he says to that. Um, what's going on? Trad boxing played basketball. He says Frank just being cool for now. He said he's got something special for Tank. Oh my God, another Frank supporter in the building. Oh my God, boy, Frank is getting a swell of support, man. I thought Tank was the cash cow. Woo, man. Frank is starting to get some. I mean, Frank is getting a lot of support, people. Amatic Son says, he says Tank is capping selectively about what happened. Yeah. Yeah, he do seem like he don't want to show that shit to my. Yeah, you'll see what he say about that. Um Retro says, Frank kept it real. Tank be talking, making no sense. Say I think he just be trying to get up under people's skin, saying, talking a lot of street shit, saying like really trying to be, be trying to be vicious with it, but and slick with it at the same time. But he ain't built like that. He's got to keep it to the street jargon. And Max says, people ain't noticed, but Tank's speech already slurring. So his fighting style, sort of like Dempsey and Tyson, say they don't last too long. That coupled with his being short. Um, Retro say he says Tank said I've seen me. Tank said I've seen mink coats and I was backstabbed. Then I wanted to box. I don't know what he was talking about. What's wrong with y'all? He said watch. He says watch. I win big betting draw on Frank or by decision. Damn. Two Cents says his speech is not slurring. Tank always did talk a little weird. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Earlier in his career, he's gotten a lot better about being camera shy. I think he's good now, but it's that Baltimore accent. He really talks a little funny. You know what I'm saying? Like those people from New York and Brooklyn used to talk that real weird, exaggerated way of speaking. You know what I'm saying? It's different. It's definitely different, man. He says, Mackin says, Tank's trying to intimidate Martin like Tyson used to try to. But Martin got those warrior eyes like Crawford. He hungry, man. He ain't scared, so Tank could have a problem. He hungry, bro. He's gonna have to knock that hunger back. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way he's gonna settle this. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be through words, it's not gonna be through intimidation, it's gonna be through, getting in that ring and when that bell ring, you know what I'm saying, just going for what you know. And his skill pay the bill. And hopefully, you know what I'm saying, Frank can put up a great fight. I think it's gonna be a classic. Um Dark Kent says, Pool, you think Floyd will have a hand in this match given Derek and Frank intel on Tank flaws or weaknesses? I don't. I mean, you really think Floyd don't like Tank? I don't think so. I think they just be putting on for the public. You know what I'm saying? I think they be putting on for the public. Or maybe Floyd Mayweather could be jealous of Gervonta Tank Davis. You know what I'm saying? Because of all the stardom. he's getting. And Floyd is one of them dudes that he don't like the limelight to be taken off of him. He don't want his time to pass, and maybe it could be a little something like that, Doc Kent. You never know. If Mayweather is able to talk to Ryan Garcia and make him come in like he did, maybe he is in the background playing the puppet master. Could be. What's going on, Mike Golden in the building? He says, yeah, Tank always had that way of talking. Yeah, it was really fucked up when he was shy. I was like, man, he got a speech impediment. But now he was just nervous, and now he's doing a lot better. And it's just that Baltimore accent, you can see it on the wire. You can hear that Baltimore accent. 2 Cent be sounding like she from Baltimore sometimes, but it be smoother. She got that street cred. She be sounding like Snoop. And it says Ascendant says Ascendant Awakening Astro says he says tanking on Floyd in a read off the WCR World Reading Championship. Some I'll pay for, and I don't know who will win. Frank is a smart kid. Frank said he from the damn suburbs, so shit, he probably read the shit out of goddamn. What you say, I'm from the soul. She's gonna say hell no. He said smooth was smooth, man. Smooth was smooth and shit. They showed her on the wire, that chick from the wire, man. She's pretty too, man. She's a beautiful woman, man. You know what I'm saying? She didn't, not acting on the show. She had like a dude on the show, but I'm talking about, when she's dressed up and stuff and she's not acting. You see, she kind of act like that in real life too, but what I'm saying? When she's not trying to be as hard and stuff, and she dressed up, she look good, man. Mackin says, Mike Golden, he says the glamour of his knockout ability is blinding you to the obvious. He said his speech is affected. So he takes shots, take shots like in a cruise match because he is so short and like the reach, and he fights so many. 2 Cent to my heel now. He said, I'm from the sofa. What? How you said the sofa? The sofa. What's that? You know what I'm saying? He said tall fighters and getting lost in the script. What's going on, bro? He says, I'm rooting for Frank. God damn, Frank is getting a swell of support. I am surprised by the South. Oh, you said the South. Okay, from the South. You know what I'm saying? No doubt. You know what I'm saying? You know, I could hear it too. You know what I'm saying? I could hear it. She's he says I'm rooting for her. Okay, Frank is getting some support. He says no accent, no accent damn. He said the South. He says the South he means, yeah. So let's get back into it. Let's get some. He says, man, so he always talked like that, even when he was a kid. He said, go look it up. Oh, I believe you. I believe you. He said, let's get back into it.
You showed it up there?
I showed it to you. I showed it to you.
But you showed me like you were showing me something.
I don't want to show.
But
I don't want to let the people down.
But I'm
I
just
don't
saying,
want to let the people down.
what you gonna let them down? What you gonna let them down with?
I don't want to let them down. We'll see June 15th. I'm telling you.
So you saying if you show the
So
footage, they can see
so
how
if you
it's
already
going
showed
down.
the footage,
Look
you
at-
already
look
supposed to
at-
whip me, right? You already supposed to
look
fuck
at-
me up. So if you show the footage, then what? You already supposed to fuck me up. You feel me?
June 15th.
Yeah, June 15th for sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
June 15th.
Let me ask you this.
I guarantee you, after that fight, he gonna be selling all that shit.
Yeah,
This man, oh my God, did they make a bet or something, or he's just trying to say? I mean, because he is going to get paid for the damn fight. You know what I'm saying? What are you telling me? Going to have to say they made a bet or something? He said, I think Frank should have fought Rolly, Pitbull, Shakur, or Keyshawn, then Tank. Not Keyshawn. Keyshawn ain't trying to fight nobody. Not right now. Shit, he got them Andy Cruz problems. You know what I'm saying? That's the problems he got. He got them Andy Cruz problems coming up. You know. But no, I wouldn't mind seeing him go that route either. But so I'm glad he got the Tank fight. I think this is a test. This is going to be a great test for him. You know what I'm saying? This is going to be a wonderful test for him. Let's get back into it. It's going to be a wonderful test for him.
That fight, he gonna be selling all that shit.
all right.
He gonna need to.
No, you gonna make a nice check though.
You right.
You gonna get paid some
He gonna
nice
have to
money.
Hey,
bless- he
we
gonna
coming
have
to
bless the
we coming to
hood.
win.
He
You
gonna
hear
have
me?
to bless the hood.
Hey.
I'm telling you, he gonna have to bless the hood.
Yeah, we coming to win. I ain't going to that motherfucker to just be.
What does that mean? He gonna have to bless the hood. Oh my God. He says Frank only chance to beat. Says you just say his only chance to Frank only chance to beat him is on points. Shit, Frank can hurt, man. He can crack, man. Frank can crack, bro. He can crack.
Being there and happy to be in there, I'm going to to win.
Yeah, you said you
Like I'm
supposed to
going to
say that.
win.
You're in front of your peoples. You
All
Well,
supposed
right,
to say that.
that's real. That's real.
Let me just say this: Gervonta Davis, 29-0, 27 KOs.
Yeah.
It ain't been too many people that's lasted. One person that I remember that lasted is because Tank Cam was fucked up. He was fighting with one hand. That was Pitbull.
Yeah.
If he was my fighter, his nickname probably be the Electric Man. He turned his electricity off like
Yeah.
they ain't paid the bill.
Yeah.
What you gonna do to make sure that don't happen to you on June 15th?
We tight. You know, you gotta be woke. That's one thing when you're in there with Tank, you gotta be woke. You know what I mean? A lot of them be in there with him and fall asleep, and boom, he get their ass up out of there. You gotta be woke. You gotta be aware at all times.
Why do you just assume that it's gonna be the same outcome of every outcome? Because we just seen a fight in the majority of the world had Devin Haney winning easily, and that didn't happen. I'm talking about before the fight.
Now, you tell me this, right? Ryan.
Now, why did he bring up Devin Haney in this shit? You know what I'm saying? It's like he just had to bring Devin Haney. They were doing great. You know what I'm saying? But he had to bring in Devin. Devin done already got he done got his done had his minute of humiliation. You know what I'm saying? Now this thing here's probably gonna do millions and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Even though, it don't matter because Devin is already out there. The cat is already out the bag. But why did he have to bring in Devin on this shit, bro? This shit is crazy. He says, Pool, this is really a 50-50 pick 'em fight, but the Vegas line would have Martin as a big underdog, maybe 5-1, even 6-1. So it would be a good bet to bet on Martin. Yes, sir. I could see that definitely. Greeks with Five says Frank going to give Tank a beating like Errol gave Ugas. Mark my words. Oh my goodness. Let me see. Ascended Awakening Astro says, I wonder what I said. I wonder what ring, because it's not Vegas. If the ring is small, it's a problem for Tank. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Retro says Tank gonna bring the Usyk ref for this fight. Oh my God! I say he get knocked down and shit. He's still gonna win this shit. He says Devin rent free in all they mind. He said, I'm telling you, man. It's like I guess he had to just bring it on in there. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, damn, man. Can Dev get a break? He catching strays everywhere.
Fought me, and then he switched trainer and went to him.
Mm-hmm.
That what he do different, Ryan?
I don't know. You would have to ask Derek that. You know what I mean? I think
No,
Did
you watch
Lucas
it?
might have been a little different, but he didn't look no different from when he fought you. He looked pretty much like the same fighter.
I tell you something right there. I tell you right there.
Let me ask y'all both this question. It came back that Ryan was on the PED. You know what I mean?
I don't believe it.
You don't believe it.
I don't believe it.
Tank said he don't believe that Ryan Garcia was on that stuff. What's going on, Jolly Allison in the building? What's going on, Jolly Allison? What's happening, bro? He said, "Hey, Pool, I think Tank gonna beat UK the Ghost. Beat what? Beat up the Ghost, just like Canelo would beat up Benavidez. Boy, you come in here capping, boy. You can came in here capping like a motherfucker. God damn, Johnny. It's like he says Tank defending Ryan, Tank on snack. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I got you. I got you, man. I'm like, man, come on, man. Can Devin catch a break, man? It's like get off his neck, man. It's like, God dang, man. It's like, come on, Tank, you got to do better than this, because you said that the man was on some shit too a year ago. Come on now. It's like we can't backtrack like that, Tank. We ain't doing like that just to insult this man. Come on now, you're a bigger man than that. I mean, you thought Ryan was on some shit too, because that nigga neck was like a damn pit bull.
Believe it.
You believe it, Frank?
I ain't in it. I
And
don't
he
believe
been
the shit.
he been with him too. He been
But
with
what
him.
I'm
But you don't
I'm
saying
not
believe
is,
it.
saying I'm not saying you on it. I ain't say relax. I ain't say you was on it. But you been with Ryan. You been with him. Been drinking. Been out with him partying. And
Who? Who been out with him partying?
not recently,
Oh,
but
okay.
but you
After
have.
after his last
But you
fight.
have.
After his
But you
last
have.
fight.
You have.
After his
Do you
last
have the
fight.
skills to do that?
Look at Frank trying to show his little guns and shit. Look how he holding his arm and shit out there. Out there. Saying, come on now. Why is Tank saying this shit, man? Talking about what he's trying to see, because he know he insinuating this shit on. He know he's insinuating this stuff on the slide, right? By saying you were with him. I'm not saying you wasn't on it, but you were with him. So what are you saying then, bro? Why are you even making this up? I mean, the man tested positive for some shit that ain't even supposed to be in your body, right? So what is the argument here? Why we got to wait for a damn C sample? Why we got to wait for a D sample? The man tested positive. I mean, come on, that shit ain't supposed to be testing in your system. You know what I'm saying? What this nigga drinking? He drinking metal milkshakes and shit. What the hell going on here? He says Mackin says Tank defending Ryan because they both agents of chaos. He says they both trollers and got that female style of ratchet chaos. Upkeeping. He says they kindred spirits and they on like Dev because he's man raised and masculine. Oh my God. This man just said a Farrakhan. That was like Farrakhan speaking, boy. Derek Kent says right. What does Frank and Ryan hanging out before has to do with Ryan testing dirty? It don't. You know what I'm saying? But Tank is trying to let y'all know that he's just trying to throw shade on the whole situation, and he know Frank is hanging out with Ryan, so people can kind of put it in their head that maybe Frank is doing something too. That's what I getting from it, and he's trying to act like he's not saying what he's saying.
After his last fight.
Do you have the skills to be out partying and missing? You don't have the skills to be doing that, bro.
When
You
did
just started
when
when
did
you
he
was
fight?
15. If
Look,
I started when I was 15, brother,
man, you
I'm
you
taking
just
that
talking.
shit off.
You just
I'm
talking.
grinding. I'm grinding.
That don't even
I'm
make sense.
grinding.
You just talking, bro.
You
That's
trash,
all I
bro.
do is
You
grind year
trash.
round.
You trash.
That's so
You
what you
trash.
talking about is
You
not even
trash,
making no
brother.
sense.
That went from 0 to 100. That went from 0 to 100 real quick. You know what I'm saying? What does that I mean, what the hell does that mean? You know what I'm saying? Tell me what is he doing at their partying and stuff. Like I was looking at 2 Cents live yesterday. A lot of fighters drink, bro. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody, can do the whole purist fighter lifestyle thing. Not everybody can do that. Some people fight better when they drunk. Back in the 70s, they used to do cocaine, y'all. They used to fight drunk back in the day, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes that shit helped them. You know what I'm saying? They ain't feel no pain. You know what I'm saying? It was a stimulant that helped them win fights. You know what I'm saying? Some people did cocaine. Some people did, heroin. Some people did speedball. Some people did crack. You know what I'm saying? Believe it or not, people used to come to the ring like that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it helped, sometimes it didn't. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't agree. You know what I'm saying? That you have to be pure. Say, does it help? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? In the long run, it does because your body breaks down after a period of time. But when you're young, some people can go out there and drink 6 beers, come out here and fight. It just depends on the disposition of your body. You know what I'm saying? Because some people bodies are more superior than others. Some people genetics are totally superior than others. Some people can eat 5 hamburgers with cheese and bacon on that motherfucker and don't gain a weight. Some people can eat a damn bologna sandwich and blow the hell up. So it's just different. You know what I'm saying? It's just different. Some people's bodies are different. If you look at Frank Martin body, man, that dude, he don't look like he got an ounce of fat on him. He says, Dark Kent says, right. He said, what does, oh, I've read that. Johnny Allison says he's trying to say that they roll together. So it's kind of sound like birds of a feather. That's exactly what it is. So this is Riddler. He says Riddler Tank speaks in code. You know what he's saying, and she trying to throw shade. He said Bill was a pimp and the most feminine shit you can do. You can do, but being a pimp, it's hard out here for a pimp. Kiss to get the money for the rent. You don't know, nigga. He said exactly, Pool. It's rare to get a fighter like that. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? For sure. He says Canelo cherry picks to stay on top, protected by organizations like the WBC to avoid fee losses. His 200 million demand to fight David Benavidez is mandatory for 3 years. It's clear ducking. He's a coward. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you ain't gonna fight. Hey, I'm not gonna disagree with you. If you seen my shit, you know how I feel about it. He said, John Allison says that's the only reason why Eric the Hawk Pryor lost half that MF pick up the pipe and tried to make a CB. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know your boxing. You definitely know your boxing, Johnny. You know what I'm saying? You definitely know because you know Aaron Pryor. I mean, all them crackheads back then. What's going on, Big Tony in the building? He says if Tank unable to rattle Martin with the femaleish ratchetness, he said he's in trouble. He says if Martin stay laser focused and technical, he's gonna beat him. Woo boy, that's you. What's going on, Big Tone? I see you out there. He says Canelo trying to play the play the Saudis. Yes, so is Bud Crawford. He says come back. So let's get back into it.
You
Like,
trash.
nigga, I
You started
grind
when you
year
was
round.
15.
I don't take no
That's
time
cause
off.
you know what I mean, you
None.
grown as hell.
I don't take
You
no
started
time
boxing,
off.
and you think you gonna beat? You think you gonna come in
Yeah,
here and beat me?
yeah, I'm taking that.
You gonna come in here
Bro,
and beat
I'm
me?
taking that. Yes.
You
Yeah.
crazy.
Believe that.
You're
Believe that.
crazy. You're crazy. You're crazy. I'm gonna hit you so these gonna feel it.
Yeah, all right.
Especially this one.
Yeah, all right.
Especially this one.
I like that.
Put
He's
right
gonna,
here with the black hoodie on.
I
don't
like
point
that.
him out. He's gonna feel it.
I like that.
He's gonna feel it. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. And everybody that came with him, they gonna feel it. I promise you. It's a different beast.
And everybody
It's
that
a
came with
different
you,
beast.
Have y'all ever heard Tank talk this kind of trash before, y'all? It's like, have y'all ever heard him talk this kind of trash before? This is crazy. He says, Two Cents says Frank is not beating Tank. Y'all tripping and stuff. Y'all tripping. What y'all talking about? Frank can't beat Tank. What y'all talking about? Well, if they don't believe nobody could beat Tank. I'm telling you, boy, if Tank could be beat, y'all. I'm telling you. Aaron Pryor was one of my favorite fighters. Oh, yes, sir. That motherfucker, boy. He reminded me of Sean Porter with power and more speed. You know what I'm saying? More hand speed. Um, Aaron Pryor, he was such a I don't even think he hurt Tommy Hearns. That motherfucker hurt Tommy Hearns and shit when they were sparring. And I saw the sparring that sparring session they had. And Tommy Hearns had trouble with goddamn Aaron Pryor. So I wish he would have accepted that 700,000 that Sugar Ray them offered him. For years I thought he had ducked Sugar Ray. Sugar Ray had ducked him. You know what I'm saying? But I found out that he turned down seven because he said it himself in the documentary that he had turned shit down because he thought it was too little of money and stuff. And then of course he started going down on the crack and he figured out that shit. He should have accepted that money. So, but for years, yeah, never got tired. Yeah, you know about the black bottle and Aguayo when he fought Aguayo, right? And Aguayo asked him, he said, "Did you cheat?" You know what I'm saying? But after he took a little hit of that bottle, he came out like crackhead man. He was on his ass, bro. It's like I think he cheated. So I think it was some of that shit that opened up your you know what I'm saying, open up your passageway so you could breathe. You know what I'm saying? I forgot what they call that stuff. And I think he drank some of that. And he won that fight. 2 Cents says yes, before the first Rolly fight, Tank was on Rolly ass. Yes, sir. He says, but he was mad for real. Said he's y'all know him. Oh, y'all stop with these goddamn. You know what I'm saying? He's basing now though. He's busy. I don't know. Y'all be trying these goddamn. Y'all know I'm too old to be trying to figure that shit out. He said the mix. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You talking about the black bottle? Yes, sir. The mix. Yeah, because you heard him on tape saying, "Where's the black bottle? Where's the black bottle? Get the black bottle. No, not that bottle. The black bottle." You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh hell, oh hell. Mm.
Everybody
Ain't
that came
nobody
with
came with
you,
me. Ain't nobody
everybody
come
that
with
came
me.
with you,
I'm in this motherfucker by
they
myself.
gonna be like,
I'm in this motherfucker by myself, and
damn,
I'm gonna be in the ring by myself.
damn.
I
We
guarantee.
both
I
is.
guarantee I
We
carry how
both
I carry.
is. We both is.
All right,
You heard?
you know how I get.
Yeah. Yeah,
It seemed
Yeah,
like
it can get
you know
real.
how I get.
It can get
You know
real.
how I get. You know
Yeah,
how I
it can
get.
get real.
It can get real.
Yeah, for sure.
it seemed like Tank. It seemed like
God damn it, it could get real, god damn it. It could get real, god damn it. Somebody said it. Somebody said it could get real. Can I hear you? Somebody say it could get real. Somebody tell me, can it get real? Can it get real? Just somebody tell me, can it get real? I hope it gets real, god damn it. I hope it get real, real. You know what I'm saying? I want it to get so real. Michael says, yes, he should have just fought Ray for the legacy. Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, that would have been that. See, it's always one motherfucker like a Terrence Crawford, somebody that stays out of the mix of all the talented welterweights, whatever it is. I mean, it could have been exceptional. It could have been an exceptional boxing era. You know what I'm saying? But it's always one motherfucker that don't want to play the game, man. They want to do what they want to do. They want to go do crack and shit. You know what I'm saying? Even Sweet Pea, you know what I'm saying, started doing crack. It was like that shit. The 90s, the crack epidemic really fucked up a lot of careers and fucked up a lot of the black communities, man. It's terrible, terrible. He says apparently he says he beat the F out of Ray in sparring. That's what I heard. You know what I'm saying? I just thought he seen him in the Olympics and shit. You know what I'm saying? He saw the nigga, you know what I'm saying, beating up motherfuckers, and he's like, I ain't. I heard he moved up in weight because he didn't want to fuck with Pryor in the Olympics. So he moved up in weight. You know what I'm saying? He's like, I'm not fighting that little Tasmanian devil. You know what I'm saying? He says, bullet. He says, bullshitting pool. Let me see. He says, this fight right here, pool, ain't nothing but a gangster party, Tupac style. Yes, sir. This is gonna be the best, bro. This is going to be the best. He says John Anderson, he was one of the greatest fighters to ever lace him up. Say he don't get his due though. Yeah, I mean because of the way he went out, man, he really didn't get the shine, man. He should have, man. But people knew who he was. They knew how dangerous Aaron Pryor was too. You know what I'm saying? Nobody really wanted to fight Aaron Pryor. You see what he did to Alexis Aguero, man. Aguero was the shit, man. I mean, look what he did to him, man. It's like he was like a little Tasmanian devil on his ass, bro. That was the best Aaron Pryor I ever seen. And man, the boy was on. He was just on another level. But those stars that burn fast and burn brightest, they burn out. You know what I'm saying? Just like a shooting star. You know what I'm saying? When it's coming down, that motherfucker be on fire, bro. And it just burns out when it hits the ground, man. Or if it ever does hit the ground, number dust. And that's what he did, man. He just went supernova. You know what I'm saying? He burnt himself out. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I always say on this thing, that fighters have an expiration date. You know what I'm saying? You never know when that expiration date is gonna be. It really is like that. Yeah. Benitez should have been the fifth king. Yeah, man. That head movement. The way he had Leonard missing, and I mean all of them, man. He can make you miss in a damn phone booth. That was another guy who had exceptional defense, bro. That a lot of people don't know of today, except for us boxing historians and people who saw the fights back then. A beautiful, beautiful boxer to watch. You know what I'm saying? As far as defense, so he could hit too. He could hit, and so his timing was exceptional. His counter punching was exceptional. Very, very beautiful boxer, man. Very beautiful boxer. You know what I'm saying? Very beautiful boxer. I wish I could have saw Salvador Sanchez. You know what I'm saying? Get up into the mix. You know what I'm saying? Even though I wish I could have seen him fight some of those fights. Because that dude, you talking about somebody who was smooth as hell with the footwork, with the rhythm. Um, I mean, I mean, if y'all want to see a smooth ass fucking fighter, man, go watch Salvador Sanchez. Dude was just a natural fighter, bro. Just instincts, just crazy instincts. He says, Tucson says, I'm moving my son like Crawford says. Said if he go pro, hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. Hey, that's your baby. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be a millionaire, baby, you know what I'm saying? Just make him the people's champ, though. What's going on, Ramon Carolyn Jones? What's happening in the building? What's good, my brother? Good to see you. And he said, if Frank's smart, just jab and feint. He said, fight from a distance, and when Tank hit him hard. He said, if Tank try to walk Frank down, which I doubt, Frank just I doubt Frank. He just have to fight at a distance and power punch. Okay. That's a good little assessment right there. I can see that. I can see Frank working with that. Mackin says, yeah. He says the Maguelo fights was off the chart. He was unbelievable. That was his best. That was him at his best. He would never reach that peak again. And of course, once you fight fights like that, because back then, I'm sure they're probably going 12. Was that before they went 12 rounds? I think it was like 15 rounds or something like that. um, that shit was exhausting. You never be the same after you fight a hard fight like that. You know what I'm saying? It was just hard. Like like what's his name? Mario Hagler and the Beast John Beast Mugabe, man. Those kind of fights were brutal, man. That's what made Sugar Ray think he could fight Marvin Hagler, shit like that. Those tough fights like that. You're never the same after you come out of it. Johnny Allison said it goes beyond that burnout pool. He says, when a hardcore personality turns to the drugs is almost always a warp. Yeah, you're right. It's the drugs. It's all of it together. And they're always leading a tumultuous lifestyle. So because he always probably owed somebody, owed a drug dealer. Every drug head I know owes drug dealers money because they running from place to place. You know what I'm saying? Because they owe drug dealers and stuff, and drug dealers looking for their ass. And I'm pretty sure if you're a big time dope head like he was, he probably owed saying drug dealers and stuff, or he carried one with him, and it just it was a wreck on his body. Um, Many Mills, what's going on, bro? He says, I think Salvatore Sanchez is the best Mexican boxer not. Oh yeah, most definitely. Crazy that he what he accomplished only at 23. Yeah, man, he was just getting started, bro. And that dude loved to fight, man. That dude loved to fight. It was just a natural. He says, 2 cents boxing says Tank got a sneaky way of closing the distance. Yeah, it's hard to tell with them little feet, them little legs. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to see what the hell going on. It's the perception is you know what I'm saying, it's skewed. You know what I'm saying? Because you just don't know. I mean, the motherfucker can step, he's so fast with them little steps. You know what I'm saying? Then he could just crack. And, when he crack, you ain't even thinking about that shit no more. You just don't want to get hit no more. He said, I was about to mention Sanchez. He was another one. Yes, sir. Yeah, Salvador Sanchez. I be watching his fights all the time. I go back and watch him. And what was the Puerto Rican guy he fought? The big puncher. He made him look crazy. You know what I'm saying? Made it. That was a masterful performance by him. What was that Puerto Rican guy name? I forget. That he was fighting his supposed to be his the most deadliest opponent. I forgot his name. Puerto Rican guy. Uh, had power, but Sanchez went in there and just dealt with his ass. He said, "Is Tank?" He said, "Is Tank a brother living on the down low, Oprah Winfrey style?" Hell no, no. Tank, I mean, I saw the video, but I don't think it's nothing like that. He's just a goofball. He's just a goofball when he want to be a goofball. You know what I'm saying? He's young. You know what I'm saying? He's very young, and he's around his peers, and he's gonna be goofy like that. When you're young like that, you remember you were goofy like that too when you was young. You know what I'm saying? You drank your couple of beers and shit, doing stupid shit, saying stupid shit, acting stupid ways. That's how we was when we was super young like that. Then to compound it, he got money. You know what I'm saying? At a young age, so he's silly. You know what I'm saying? So let's get back into it, y'all.
Seem like these last 14 months, you've been bringing a different beast out of you like never before. What is it that got you so charged as fucked up?
I was locked up. I was locked
So
up.
somebody got to pay for that?
A lot of people got to pay for it, and it's not even him. It's not even him. He just so had to be in a where I gotta go.
Okay.
Ain't him. Ain't no pressure with him.
You make a chi when you was locked up?
What?
Chi.
That is.
Cheese, noodles.
Man, I know some of y'all know what the hell he talking about. I know some of y'all know what the hell he talking about, cause some of y'all done been to damn jail. I know. I mean, I know what he talking about, cause you know what I'm saying. I was a correction officer at one point in time in my life. You know what I'm saying, and that's that shit that they be hooking up in jail. You know what I'm saying, with them chips and them noodles and all that shit. They be hooking up that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? They be making all kind of shit. They be making like a chef make up a recipe. You know what I'm saying? They be having all that kind of shit up there in jail, man. He eating, but it'd be good to him. I mean, I never tried none, but you know what I'm saying? He's a sorry poor wrong guy. Mackin says, I always think that Davis versus Martin fight would be a remnant of Tarver versus Jones. He says Martin being like Tarver, I think the world's gonna be surprised. And you might be correct. You know what I'm saying? You might be correct because I do think this is a very close fight. Even though Tank has the more tools, I think Frank Martin has the ability because I think once you start fighting better competition, it ain't like he's not gonna look like the Tank that we've seen. You know, what I'm saying Tank is gonna really have to use his brain to like really break down Frank Martin, and if he can catch him with some good placement punches, say he may be able to pull it out. But it's gonna be a good fight for Tank. So he's gonna give. I think Frank Martin is gonna like come close, at least knock down Tank a couple of times. And I think people are going to shit in their pants when they see Frank Martin knock down Tank Davis. It's not going to be a good look. And I think Tank will come back and probably end it, you know what I'm saying? Once he piss him off and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? And Frank Martin probably at some point, he's not going to know what to do with that. I think he's going to be surprised by some of the success he had, but how he's going to react to whatever success he has is going to decide the fight. I believe if he could have the confidence to keep doing it and doing what he's doing, I think he'll go ahead and finish him off. Yeah. hmm He says I heard Turk wants. He said I heard Turk wants to make. He said, I heard. Oh, the Turk wants to make Coward Canelo versus Crawford. Thoughts? Oh hell no. That's just a money fight. That's just a money fight. I mean, I think Crawford to be serious, but that's just a money fight. I don't want to see no more money fight. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking
What
about
they
when I
call
say
it?
money
Oh yeah,
fight?
yeah,
You was looking up,
nah,
huh?
but I ain't had that. Somebody was making that.
But was it
Yeah, yeah,
it
yeah.
was your shit,
Yeah,
was
hook
it?
up. Yeah, hook up. Yeah,
Every
yeah,
day you was
yeah,
hooking
hook
it
up.
up, huh?
Nah, not every day, but I was doing it like I didn't want to get too heavy. I was working out a lot over
How
there.
did you stay mentally sane, like during that process, knowing, you hold the key to the biggest purses in boxing most of the time, and knowing that they threw you in a cell. How did you stay mentally right?
It was people. It was a guy named Dana. He was somebody like that like talk to me like every day type shit. Like he don't care. Like he'll come to my door, boom. And he was older, so I always respected him. Like I never like, but a lot of people were scared to come to my door. Like not scared, but it was like they were, how it is. Like he he think he that, so I ain't. But he's the type of person like he don't care about none of that. What's up, bro? Like you feel me? So it was time that I was about to get into it, and then he was like, "Nah, man, just." And we start working out together. You know what I mean? We start working out. I start walking the
Sure.
yard and shit like that. So just yeah, like really, like you feel me? And I just took the best of my situation. That's all it is in life, bro. That's adapting to your situation and keep it pushing, bro. That's it.
Like do like being there. Was it time when you was just like you got time to reflect of anything that you feel as though the wrong moves you made and how you was gonna move differently? Did you have that mental time where you just sat back and reflect outside of working out and just going through being upset?
I just felt as though like me being in that situation, I had to like I had to better myself. Like I had to like once I come back outside, I can like that's why now like when you see me like not fighting or anything, I don't really be like outside. Or I mean, I be outside, but I don't really be like in people way. You know what I mean? I like the that's
Damn, get it out, boy. Get it out, boy. I mean, you can tell that boy there, boy. That boy be feeling it. God damn it. You know what I'm saying? That's Baltimore coming out right there, boy. He got to watch. He don't want to cuss every other word, but he be trying to express himself though. But I feel him, man. Hey, he done been through a lot. I think he went in jail because of that little hit and run shit that he was on. And but shit, man, he made it through. You know what I'm saying? Shit. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody gonna fuck with no Tank in Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's not gang affiliated, nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? He's a boxing star, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, I don't see nobody really mess with Tyson when he was in prison. Um a lot of fighters go to jail, but they stars, man, you know what I'm saying? They black stars, you know what I'm saying? I haven't heard about one fighter went to prison where, they had to like really persevere on some shit where they had to like really survive like some nigga coming up to him like, nigga, you know what time it is, nigga. You want the easy way or the hard way, nigga? No, no, they ain't finna do that on no fighter, bro. Nah, you know what I'm saying? This dude here is a star. He's big in the black community. People respect Tank. So, what I'm saying? So he just had to keep his mental together for himself. What I'm saying? Stay on top of his skills. That's all he needed. Johnny Allison says, Tank tire out. He says, I hope he's in great shape for this one. They say he's in top shape. They say he's in the best shape that they ever seen him in, bro. He said the ghost coming for his. Yep, he definitely is. Jeff in the building. What's going on, bro? What's up with you, bro? Mackin says fundamentals are so important as a fighter age. Yep. He says why B Hop lasted so long. Hands, high good fundamentals. Martin has great fundamentals. He says Tank doesn't. He says plus Martin's fresher. That will be the key in the fight. Mm, making some great points here, Mackin. Definitely know your boxing, bro. You definitely know your boxing. Minnie Mills says another smooth, slick boxer was oh yeah, he the one who beat Danny Jacobs. Um, he beat Danny Jake. He knocked out Danny Jacobs. That Dimitri what how you say that Progress? Um, Pragra, whatever his, I remember he had that really weird style where he would just, move around his head around in a circle, and he would like just really give you these weird, like different head movements. And man, he knocked out Danny Jacobs. Oh yeah, yeah, you put that in there. Yeah, he said, remember his defeat. Remember his. Let me see. He says, you guys remember this undefeated fighter? He okayed Danny Jacobs for the belt, and he was supposed to fight Triple G, and he retired after hurting his back. Yeah, I think he was chopping wood or some shit. He used to train out there in the woods where he chopped wood, and he hurt his back training and shit. And I was like, man, that dude right there, he was about to be something special, bro. That dude was gonna be something special, you know. That's why I call them wood choppers. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see this shit be deep. Y'all think Bull's kind of China boxing just be talking shit. You know what I'm saying? This shit be deep. You know what I'm saying? He was chopping wood when he hurt his back. You know what I'm saying? He's a wood chopper. The motherfucker be strong, bro. He says, yeah, like blood and bone situation exactly. Said like this nigga here, he don't want to clan up or nothing. This nigga think he's special and shit. You know what I'm saying? This nigga gonna have to learn. But that was a good ass movie. He says, it's gonna be a great fight. I think so too, man. I think it's gonna be fight of the year. I love the energy around this thing. Let's get back into
That's
it.
how I calm myself down. 'Cause I know I'm aggressive. I know like if anything around me, I'm gonna get pissed off. Like, but I remove myself from like that so I could be able to like even with girls. Like I used to be like I couldn't like go at a female. I go at her like a guy type shit because I was always like I'm always made for I gotta be made for what's going on outside the door. But now I'll be able to talk to a female. I could be able to talk to my daughters, like, and understand more and just be more chill, like on that side more. I mean, not on the side where so I gotta keep going at like that's not what I want. You know what I mean? That's why I say after this seven fight, I'm out of here. I don't gotta prove nothing. I already did what I did, where I came from.
Let me ask you a question. Like a lot
Did y'all hear that? My man said he is up out of here. Tank ain't trying to stick around till he, what I'm saying, his skills diminish. He really, he wants to get with his family. He seems like a young man that has matured and learned a lot of lessons because he had to grow up real fast on those Baltimore streets, right? So he's seen a lot of his friends, what I'm saying, perish, what I'm saying, in Baltimore. So it seems like, he's very deeper than a lot of people think, what I'm saying. So for him, he's living life fast, and he's a burning short candle, what I'm saying. So he wants to get in, get it in. I hope he stay out of trouble, not be hanging out nowhere with some jealous dude could get to him, and he just stay out the way, like he said. You know what I'm saying? And he look like he's going in the right direction. Look how he's developed so far. Very proud of Tank, man. I'm very proud of just his disposition of look his wisdom, the way he's able to be open and express himself like this. because you can see a lot of growth in Tank over the years. I'm very proud of him, man. Two Cents says, what fight did Tank tire out? He says, and Tank has the best skills from 130 to 140. What fundamentals is Tank lacking? He says, what y'all be looking at? Says Frank lacks way more than Tank and stuff. So y'all, anybody want to answer that? You know what I'm saying? 2 Cent. Yeah, you know 2 Cent know her shit now. You know, don't talk about Tank Orion and shit. Y'all be fucked up around
A
here
lot
now.
of people like some people in America they live
Like Dub Right Side. Well, you talk about Dev or what's his name? King Judah. Talk about Dev and shit. Well, yeah, certain fighters are protected, goddamn it. They are protected. But you know, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it ain't nothing wrong with that shit. You know, I'm just kind of cool on 135. I'm more of a, the EJ. I'm on the EJ shit. I'm on the boot shit. That's where I be coming in at.
live in the hood, but you only understand Baltimore if you was there. It's a different place.
Like even with that boy from, I don't want to say, but even with that boy from where y'all from, a lot of people play like that. A lot of people play like you gotta be that. If
We from Philly, you from Philly?
Oh,
Wow.
you know what I'm saying, like
TF.
if you that, you gotta be that. If you not, get the out the way.
This episode of $1,000,000 Worth of Game is brought.
Did y'all hear that? He said, if you got to be that if you're gonna be that. You know what I'm saying? You got to be that. If you that, you got to be that. He said Frank falls off balance a lot when he throws his bricks. Plus he gets gassed a lot. That's why he takes breaks. Yep, takes breaks a lot during fights, and he's very repetitive on offense. That's why he loses. Damn, I couldn't have said it no better. Shane Fraser. I've been long winded with it, but man, that's his issues. You know, he gassed out in the last one I talked about when he could have finished the guy, and it's the muscles, man. It's the muscles. It's like he just got to get more fluid. He said, sound like Tank becoming civilized. He says, told you, Pooh. Uh-oh. He's like, when they get civilized, oh my God. He said he ain't got that eye of the tiger no more. He says Martin Hungry got that beast in his eyes. Yes, sir. Oh my God. He says, Mini Meal, what's going on, bro? He says, oh yeah, Sergio Martinez was an interesting fight. He said straight up raw dog. He said never seen anybody fight with his hands down. Did you see how he knocked out Paul the Punisher though? He that shit was straight cartoon shit. The way he knocked out Paul the Punisher, man, I was like, my God. I mean, he knocked out Paul the Punisher coming forward. He ran straight into it's almost like you know how them pitchers be pitching and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's how he knocked out Paul. He caught him with some shit like that, coming straight into the punch, and Paul hit the damn shit with his face first. And boom. I was like, oh my God, Sergio goddamn Martinez. I was so glad when goddamn Cotto whipped his ass and shit, but he hurt his leg though. He hurt his ankle though against Cotto, and that was kind of fucked up, because that would have been a good fight. Sergio kind of like on kind of going down after that. He was kind of going down after that. Uh, John Allison says he was very winded versus Mario Burrio and Gamboa before the KOs. Tank tire, trust me. But I think he's doing better with his conditioning though. I think he's made a transformation, not just taking up for him, but I do think he's doing better with his conditioning. He says 2 Cent because he don't blow up in weight like that no more. Remember how he used to look like a little trash pill kid? You know what I'm saying? He used to get fat. He says 2 cents. He says Martin is way more fundamentally sound than Tank, and I can see they're gonna be going at it. Minnie Mills says fantasy fight James Toney versus Bernard Hopkins and Andre Ward. Yeah, that's a protege, really, of Bernard Hopkins. Andre Ward, really. He's a protege of Mayweather and Bernard Hopkins, um, with that high boxing IQ. So he missed weight against Gamboa, so he was drained, and I didn't see him tire in the Barrios fight. And yeah, I ain't going to agree. I can tell you that right now. And says an enigmatic son. There is a biological age. They both 29, but Tank more war torn, and he's actually older. Plus, he's learned his speech already. I'm telling you. And he says, Mac, no, he's not. But that's my opinion. And let me see. Shane Frazier says fundamentally sound would not win Frank this fight because fight just go watch his fight tape. Don't lie. And Mike says Tank's been fighting since 7. His match started at 15 or 18, I think. And Tucson says this is Frank's first step up fight. This is Frank's first step up fight. It says Minnie Mills says what's up with Ryan Garcia Taco Philly shit? Oh my God, bro, that thing. Woo, that thing ugly. But let me tell you something. That shit was effective. Devin couldn't do shit with it. That Devin couldn't do shit. I was just so outdone, man. I was like, this broke ass Philly shell shit. And I mean, he couldn't do shit. He couldn't do shit. Devin couldn't do shit with it. You know what I'm saying? It's shit just like his career now. Now, many. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you done jumped off the bandwagon just like that, Johnny. That ain't right, bro. You got to stick by your fighter, bro. You know what I'm saying? You done jumped off the bandwagon. Um, Anthony Mazzano, he says Tank has had speech issues since he started his career in professional boxing. So he stutters, so the slur of his speech does not surprise me. Yeah, he always did talk weird. You know what I'm saying? And he got that Baltimore accent. So you know that's just a part of the game. You know what I'm saying? That's just part of the game right there. You know. Let's see. Let's see. I don't know how much they're gonna let me use this shit. Let's see.
What is it that? But what is it that when you know people not even on your level, why do you even feel as though you like? How can they even get to you? You like you're not on my
Somebody
level.
like him. Somebody like him. He know for sure he's not on my level, but he got people around him that think he want to like be that man. He know for sure. He know for sure. That's why when we was facing off, he knew. He felt my energy. He gonna feel it during the 15. I'm
What I
telling you.
know.
I'm
If
all right.
I ain't feel like I was ready, I
Okay.
wouldn't got in that motherfucker.
Yeah.
You feel me?
No,
Everybody say that.
I wouldn't have got in that
Everybody say
motherfucker if
that.
I ain't feel like I was ready, my dog.
Everybody say that.
You
Everybody say
put
that.
your motherfucking
Listen,
pants on like me, bro. We
everybody
put our
say
shit
that.
on the same, bro.
Everybody say
You
that.
feel
I'm
me?
telling you, everybody say
Bro,
that.
I don't give a fuck what everybody
Okay,
say, bro.
okay,
I'm not
okay,
everybody, nigga.
okay,
You
okay,
feel me, bro? We put our pants
okay.
on the
I'm telling
same,
you,
my
bro.
nigga. You hear me, bro?
All
We
right.
put our shit on the same, bro.
We put our shit on the same nigga. Tank say everybody say that. You know what I'm saying? We put our shit on the same, my nigga. We put our shit on the same. Uh uh. He's trying to really bring it. He's trying to bring that psychological war to Frank. But Frank like, hey man, hey, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Either beat my ass or shake my hand. You know what I'm saying? Either beat my ass or shake my hand. Hey, bro, we all men, bro. You got red blood going through your veins, bro. You got red blood cells and white blood cells just like me. You know what I'm saying? So what's popping, bro? You know what I'm saying? All this talking to June 15th. We're gonna find out on June 15th what's really crack a lacking. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up. You know, talking about all this, you know what I'm saying? You ain't that. You know what I'm saying? No, no, just we'll see. You know what I'm saying? Frank cool over there. He's like he tired of hearing all this talk. You know what I mean? Now, that don't mean he gonna win, but shit. You know what I'm saying? I like the way it's going. He said, stick by my fighter pool. He said, I was team Devin Haney. He said, what do you mean? Didn't you say I'm like looking up there what you were saying, what you were saying? He says, oh yeah, I thought you was talking about Devin when you said just it's shit just like his career. I thought you was talking about Devin. I thought you was talking about Devin. My bad. He said, Mackin says, his shell is actually illegal. So yeah, you can't turn your side and shit, But what are you gonna do in the middle of the fight? You know what I'm saying? If you keep doing it, unless if the ref let it go, you know what I'm saying? It just is what it is, really. Um, Anthony Mazzano says, Says, what is the obsession with this current era of boxing that are obsessed with using the Philly shell as a form of defense when it doesn't work for everybody? People love it, man. They just, they see Mayweather do it, and he's a grandfather for the generation. He's a blueprint people want to follow, and only Mayweather can do certain things. Those are his skills. He perfected those things. So what I'm saying? So, it works for him in a certain way. They don't have his reflexes, they don't have his IQ to be able to use these things, right? Shane Fraser says, go watch Frank last fight against Atrim. Said he doesn't take body shots well. Said he was just across that ring when he got hit to the body. He says, I like Frank, but I think it's too early for him to take this fight. Yeah, I kind of thought that he might have needed one or two, but we here now. So, saying let's make it happen. Says Tank just trying to psych him out. Trying too hard to psych him out. He says Anthony Manzano says he says Frank is not a one punch knockout artist like some boxing fans are making him out to be. He said he's more of accumulation puncher that wears you down throughout the fight. It don't take he don't accumulate a lot. It's not a lot of accumulation, you know what I'm saying? Like when he really turned on that power. But I hear what you're saying. Yeah, you truly correct. But what I'm saying, we see him drop motherfuckers with like he did what's his name? Leo Santa Cruz. So he was able to hit him with that damn uppercut. Bloop bloop. You know what I'm saying? And that shit was crazy. Crazy knockout, man. He says, go watch it. Oh, okay, I read that. Mackin says, who knows? Maybe Martin will be holding a little back all this time. He said just so he could get a match like this. Mm-mm. I doubt that, but it's interesting thought though. Yeah, interesting thought. He says, why do people come comparing Oscar with Ryan? Because Oscar was a motherfucker, man. Oscar was a legend and shit. We know Ryan ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? Not compared to no damn Oscar. He says, but well, Oscar had so many legends in his era. He says they both have to have a massive following outside of boxing. That's why I think. Two cents say two cents says Matt. He says Matt that makes 0 cents. And 2 cent two golden boys in a way. hmm He says Oscar like Canelo fought what? Canelo ain't fight everyone. Stop that. He ain't fight everybody. He said when I look at Ryan, he says I do not see Oscar the way. He says when I look at Ryan, I do not see Oscar the way he fights. He said he reminds me a little bit more of Esteban uh, de Jesus or Marcos Madonna. Hmm. Ryan reminds you of Oscar fight. He reminds me a little bit, huh? He said Ryan. Ryan reminds you of them. Shit, you don't remind me no damn no Marcos Madonna. Well, I don't know. He do try to swarm you a little bit. I see what you're saying. He do try to swarm you. You know what I'm saying? He says, Martin basically a Hagler type puncher, but with more boxing ability. I mean, I don't. I mean, I think. I mean, shit. I mean, if y'all go back and look at Hagler fights, he can box, y'all. He just like to fight. Hagler can box very well, especially when he was a little bit lighter early in his career. That boy can box. The boy's I mean, he is a smooth boxer too. I just think the wars and those journeymen back then was different. Them boys had power back then. They would slow you down. They would shorten your career. And Marvin Hagler, he lived through a lot of journeymen that didn't get a lot of credit, but they were hard punchers. And so he worked his way up the hard way, and which why he had a lot of resentment towards Sugar Ray Leonard, because he came out the Olympics and he had that spark. Say he had the publicity, and it was just he was the black golden boy. Of course, everybody knows this, but it's just that Hagler can box, man. He's left-handed. He could switch. He could do all that shit, man. He could do it at a high level. It's just that he liked to fight. He was just such a inside fighter. You know what I'm saying? 2 cents. He said 2 cent blocks. When you see the rest of this interview, and Martin look at Derek and laughs and says, "We only let you see what we only see we only let you see what we want you to see. You'll see why I say that." And Anthony Manzano says, "Pool. It's funny how fans of Haney are accusing Ryan of cheating for coming 3 pounds overweight, using that as an advantage. One Devin was doing that at 135 the whole time. To me, that's hypocrisy." And it says, "Mac, I have already seen this." He was referring to social media when he said that. And Shane Frazier says, "Tank never fight his opponents the same. The same. Says Tank will bring some different against Tank, and he will be surprised." So, oh yeah, Marvelous, yeah, man, Marvelous Marvin Hagler, toughest man ever fought mentally in the ring, in my opinion. Marvelous Marvin Hagler, toughest man ever. Yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he just his adjustments was, amazing. He was a switch hitter. You know what I'm saying? Could, either hand, ambidextrous. I mean, dude was something else, man. He says, "Mac, don't say nothing." He said, "We Frank fans on that timing, man down." Many Mill says, "Ray versus Crawford, Mayweather." Mm. I would have to see that, bro. I would just have to see that. I don't know. But Bray did beat up Mayweather daddy, so I don't know. You know what I'm saying? All he did was attack that shoulder. He broke his shoulder in half and shit. Um Cambosos this weekend. Hopefully if I'm off this weekend, we'll cover it. I'm in training right now. So it's gonna be hard, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm pulling all days, you know. Usually I come on in the morning, but shit, I'm training in the morning, so let's see some more of this.
Like
I guarantee you.
that's cool.
Okay.
We fighting June 15th.
Okay.
All that shit, bro, is cool.
Okay.
June 15th, every week we banging.
You said you've been studying him. You know everything about him. What you been
I know how
studying?
to walk. I know how to walk in the ring. I know,
You been watching the tapes?
Yeah, I've been watching everything. I'm a student.
Did Earl
Real
give you any
student.
pointers?
Nah,
He
you
can't
ain't
give
give
him
me
no
no
pointers.
You ain't give me no pointers.
Can't give him no pointers. What you talking about? I will give him pointers.
No, because I know
Can't
you're
give
on
him
the
no
same
Man,
pointers.
gym
we
or
just
something.
answering questions, bro.
Because I know
No,
some
not
people.
like
He
that.
fight.
Not like
The
that.
thing,
You mean?
But hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up.
Nigga, I'm
Let
like,
the
Not like
record,
that.
let the record
I don't
reflect.
want no
Let,
smoke.
let,
With
no, no,
Not
let the
like
record
that.
reflect. Let the record reflect.
I knocked out
Now,
jail,
Tank.
woke
Now,
up,
Tank.
ass was
Tank.
wet.
Tank.
Nigga don't want
Now,
no
Tank.
smoke.
Hold up, Tank. I will come down to wait and come in
No,
there and
no,
let you tighten me up for
no,
that bag.
no.
I got illness, but I can use some more.
Yeah.
So I don't mind getting the ass whooping. Is AB in here? You too, AB. Whenever you ready, we can do what we got to do.
See, I got my man with me. You know what I mean? Everybody turned that back on him. And
Come here,
shit like
AB.
that.
Come here, man.
You know what I mean? I got my man with me. We in training camp. We doing.
Look, he in
You know
shape
what
too.
I mean?
Look at him. You know he in shape when his shoulders
what I
like
mean?
this.
I'm telling you, me and you gonna rumble when it's all said and done. You said my setup was fucked up, and you got young boys in the game. I ain't worried
Oh
about
shit!
You ain't got no gun
Oh,
on you. Now, when you say they counted your man out, speak on it. When you say they counted AB out, speak on it.
I mean, you know how it go when you know what I mean.
let me
Shit
say,
happens in life, you know what I mean. But
Yeah.
he back.
let me say this.
So I mean that's pretty cool, man. He done brought out AB, but I can't probably use his. I mean I don't use a lot of this damn interview. I don't want to get no copyright strike, so we're gonna leave it right there, and we'll probably come back tomorrow evening. You know what I'm saying, and cover the rest of this because I'm gonna have to break this up because I can't use too much of this content like this. Um, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to take it down. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, Retro? He says AB the sex worker. He got the Mac Daddy shirt on and shit. He says, what is it says, Sugar Ray Leonard beats them all in his prime, but probably. You know what I'm saying? I would have to see it though, man, because he was a different motherfucker when he was 20 something. He had a different kind of had a different kind of willpower. But I'm gonna have to hit the sack, y'all, cause I gotta get up early. But we're gonna come back tomorrow, probably afternoon, and cover the rest of this, you know what I'm saying? So I have to break it up so they don't copyright strike me. But I'm gonna have to get up early 'cause I gotta get up early, y'all. And we'll see you guys tomorrow, probably same time. You know what I'm saying? AB looking good though, man. Isn't it? You seen how he was kind of floating, he was kind of on his toes and shit. I was like, damn. You know what I'm saying? He might end up getting a damn good fight. All right, y'all be safe, man. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Check out Pull Kind of Boxing. Y'all know how we do, man. You know, thanks for my 300 for showing up. Johnny Allison, Retro, Dark Kent, Johnny Allison, 2 cents. You know what I'm saying? Everybody. My man Mackin, man. Oh, I gotta give him a wrench. God damn it. Let me see. I can't let my man get out of here without getting a wrench. Do we have a wrench? Let's see. Let's see. Where is he? Let me see. Let me give him Mackin a wrench. Let me see. Add as a moderator. Let me see. My zone. Make him a moderator. Make my boys a moderator. It's a shame. Let's see. Add as a moderator. Get me some more moderators up in here. See, them boys got some boxing knowledge on them. Got some boxing knowledge. So I done made some new moderators, y'all. Okay. Let's see. 2 cents. I got 2 cents. All right. Okay, so that's what it's at. Matic Sun. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, see you guys tomorrow. And same time, same place, you know what I'm saying? And we'll catch the rest of this and chop it on up. All right. Peace out, y'all. I'm out of here.